time no see, Make It Happen viewers. Well, we're back, and we wanted to start this month off with February. This is a love month, and the video you're about to see is of us youth showing a love that extends past family, friends, and the church. We donated rice to a mission, and we hope you enjoy the video.
Hello, Youth Make It Happen viewers, and I would like to share an experience where love was shown to me when I was in first grade, where I was involved in a program that we called Power Partners, where I would go to see a group of adults and I would read to just one. And even though I didn't exactly appreciate the experience as much as I should have at the time, now that I look back, it really helps me to improve my reading skills, to where I wasn't just reading picture books anymore. I decided to begin to read chapter books and really challenge myself to learn and read better. And I really felt embraced and loved because I was encouraged, and I was always believed in that I could always challenge myself and go further, to not just reading because the pictures were really pretty, but just because I can better myself and enhance my vocabulary to where I actually use the words that I read in books.
Hi, Youth Make It Happen viewers. I'm Danielle, and today I'm going to be talking about a greater love, since it's February and it's the love month. Last year, I volunteered at a rec center after school once a week to help 3rd and 4th grade children with their homework. Even though I never met them before, I still felt inclined to help them because they were a little behind and they needed to catch up. So I helped them with their math and their reading, and I think that it improved their skills because they would come back and they would get good grades on their homework and everything. And I just felt good about it after it was all over. Well, during it, I wasn't really feeling the love yet, I guess you could say, but afterwards I could really understand that I impacted their lives.
Hi, Youth Make It Happen viewers. This is Deja. It's February, the love month. During the summer, I got to work at an internship called Experience in Education, where I got to interact with K through 8th graders. And I worked in the cafeteria, so when students got sent out of class, they would come into the cafeteria, and I would have to help them with like their math and things like that. And so, well, we worked together doing fractions and stuff like that, and I wasn't as strong in fractions as I should have been, so while they were learning, I was learning, and we got the opportunity to basically just bond, and it just showed me how much I love working with kids and working with students, and it showed me like what I want to do in my future and what I want to do for a career path.
Hey, Youth Make It Happen fans, I'm Jared for the month of February, which is also African American History Month. So we are going to be talking about our favorite historical members of the African American community. My favorite member is Martin Luther King Sr. because he is sometimes thought of as the forgotten father of the civil rights movement, because most of the time he takes a backseat to Martin Luther King Jr. Really, Martin Luther King Sr. was a role model to his son Martin Luther King Jr. because he brought him up in the way that he lived. Like, Martin Luther King Sr. was a pastor, and Martin Luther King Jr. became a pastor, and they were both civil rights leaders. And I don't think that Martin Luther King Jr. would be the man he was if he did not have a father like Martin Luther King Sr. to teach him the things that he did about civil rights and equal rights for everybody. So, that's it.
Hello, Youth Make It Happen. It's Destiny here, and one of my favorite, most influential African American heroes would be Madam C.J. Walker. When Madam C.J. Walker was in her early 20s, she suffered from embarrassing and traumatic hair loss, which prompted her to go into her kitchen and mix different ingredients to which she applied to her scalp and hoped that it would make her hair grow back, and luckily it did. So after this success, she began to sell her products on the market, to which she gave tours and gave demonstrations around town, and she eventually became successful and turned this entrepreneurship into a business where she employed over 1,000 black women and eventually became the world's first African American millionaire.
Hi, Youth Make It Happen viewers. My favorite famous African American icon is an educator named Marva Collins. Marva Collins opened her own school in Garfield Park, which is in an impoverished neighborhood in Chicago, Illinois. It was called Westside Preparatory School, and she started it, when it first started out, it was on the second floor of her house, and she had a few students in there, including her 2 kids who were in the Chicago public school system, but she didn't like the quality of the education that they were getting, so she decided to open her own school and put them in there. And she taught learning disabled kids and kids that were marked unteachable by the public schools in Chicago. And it turned out that the kids that she taught all graduated, and they all went to colleges like Harvard and Yale and Stanford, and among others. She won numerous awards for her academic achievements, and she...
Hi guys, this is Deja. One of my favorite African Americans is W.E.B. Du Bois. He was the first African American to graduate from Harvard University in 1985. He also attended the University of Pennsylvania, where they refused to give him his professorship, and just recently this year they gave him his professorship. Also, he engaged in debates with Booker T. Washington and W.E. Du Bois, where W.E. Du Bois believed, W.E.B. Du Bois believed in the talents and temp, whereas Booker T. Washington believed in those who work with their hands, and he believed that we should focus more on those who want to go to college and go into a higher education. He fought tirelessly for the rights of African Americans everywhere.